Think of Australia, I think of the Great Barrier Reef, because when I was young I had a geo safari and I learned about all of the fish and the reef and all the coral, and I also think about all of the animals that are particular to Australia, like the kangaroos and the wallabies and the koalas, because they were my favorite. So that's what I think when I think of Australia.
When I think of Australia, I think of red deserts, kangaroos, snakes, Steve Irwin, crocodile hunter, emus, koalas. I think of Foster's beer, Tooheys beer, 4X beer. Well, that one's actually made in Queensland. There's Darwin, Australia, which is very tropical up close to the equator, and then in Melbourne it's very cold and they get snow. Didgeridoos. Aborigines. Yes, Crocodile Dundee. That's a knife.
Right, when I think of Australia, I think of the Great Barrier Reef, the Opera House in Sydney, and also koala bears, and I can't forget Steve Irwin, the crocodile hunter.
Think of sharks, the oceans, Byron Bay. Don't really think of any deserts. It's not really tropical though, is it? Like rainforesty? I don't think it's very tropical. Just snakes.
When I think about Australia, I kind of want to see some kangaroos. I also think it would be really cool to hear all the accents and to go to the Opera House because it looks really cool. And that's pretty much all I know about Australia. And koala bears. That's another cool thing. So I really think that we should all just go to Australia.
Hot, nice ladies tanning on the beach with the shibbies on, spinning around like Tasmanian devils.
Go.
I think of koalas and surfing, lots of surfing. I love surfing. Kangaroos and trees and wilderness. That's pretty much it.
I think about the Australian outback, Sydney, Melbourne, two of the major cities there. I guess I think about kind of the wastelands, almost think of a post-apocalyptic thing since I am a Mad Max fan. But it's a place I've always wanted to visit, never been there.
I think of poisonous things and kangaroos.
Some parts of it I think of deserts. I think of a really large continent that has a diverse type of geography and topography. When it comes to animals, I think of poisonous and large animals. I think of the wolverine. I think of sparsely populated areas, and I think of very attractive people. That's all I think of.
When I think of Australia is a lot of sand. I think part of it is like desert. Kangaroos. I think of animals that you probably don't see anywhere else.
What comes to mind when I hear Australia?
And why?
And why? All the stereotypes, the dingo eating the baby and the shrimp on the Barbie. Probably because that's all you ever hear about Australia, really. And the crocodile hunter.